So you're going to spawn right about here, which is a pretty good spawn location. You got this nice little feature right there, and just really good scenery as a bonus. But the real feature is this nice little flat coastal area right here with a lot of stone, so you don't have to really worry about the weeds. That leads into this village. So you have a nice little village right here in this forest area. Your spawn's right there, so it's not very far from it at all. But it gets even better as the village goes down into what is essentially a floodplain area, which if you had physics in this game, or better physics, such as storm surges or tides, this would not be a really good spot to build. Let's just say that. Not a very good spot to build, but it looks cool. Overall, really good village seed, really good spawn, has a lot of potential. This seed is going to start you off in a really nice location. So you're in a plains biome with a nearby forest area, and you have a little cavern system that goes down there, which is pretty cool. You have this little flat area right here, so if you don't really like dealing with the weeds, you want to build on stone or gravel, that's a really good location. But if we go over in this direction, we have a pretty cool village, and that is also pretty cool, and it goes down pretty far as well. The village is located in a bowl, so this is honestly, I really like this village location. You have a lot to work with, and you also got a lot of hazards for the villagers. A bunch of different holes where they can get lost in or end up dying. But if you look over in the distance, you got these really nice snow-capped hills or mountains, and it goes on for a pretty good distance. So that is honestly some really good scenery. If you took a look around here, you got some more hills right there. You got another hole right there, and you got some more hills over there. So you have flatland area with a lot of cool hills and mountains for you to build. So we have this really good desert seed that has a pretty good village. You also obviously have that pyramid right there. There's a lot of flat area to work with in this seed. As you can see over in that general direction, there's a lot of flat area in that desert. You got some more right here. However, if we cross this waterway, you spawn right there, cross this waterway, and you're going to come across this desert village that's in at least partially a plains biome. So you got a hybrid village right here. Really, really cool village seed in my opinion. Obviously got some more flat land area in this plains area right here, and the desert area over there. We have a really, really good village seed this time. As you can see, you got this little hill there with the village on the other side. You got some pretty cool mountain formations over there. You got a snow biome right over there. And you got some more interesting features right over here for whatever the heck you want to do with it, but they're there. I like having these kind of just really interesting mountain or just land formations in general. You got some more hill areas over there. But if we come over here, we got this pretty good village seed. You also have something right here. Whatever the heck you want to do with that area. Pretty cool formation. And I think, yeah, you got a little path right there as well. But yeah, here's the village seed, or the village right here. Got some on the hill. You got some right by the river. I really, really like how this ends up working out. You obviously got some more forest areas, and you got some snow-covered mountain formations over there. So yeah, you have a lot of interesting land formations right next to this village seed, which is honestly pretty cool. We have yet another amazing village seed. You have some cherry grove biome right on top of those hills over in that direction, and if you look in the upper left corner, you'll have noticed that we got a village seed or village spawn right next to, well, where you spawn, that goes up this hill, which is honestly pretty cool because it's more gradual than a lot of the hill villages typically are, where they're just so distorted or just so deformed. Here, probably wouldn't require too much touch up to end up making this village look good. As you can see, the inclination is actually relatively simple, or less annoying to deal with. But there's more. If you go over to this little area right here, you have a lot of flatland area to work with, and just keep going. Those pumpkin patches right there will be a general indication that you're going the right way. And then you got another hill village right over here. That's, well, I'll let the results speak for themselves. As you can see, you got another hole. And the village itself is still pretty cool. And you got a portal ruins right next to the village. So if you really like portal ruins, there you go. So yeah, village over there, village over here. Two really cool villages in this village seed. We got a really cool village seed right here. So yeah, obviously you're going to spawn in this area. You got a nice little lake or riverway there. That is a very large river, if it is a river. But if you come over here, from right over there, you're going to have this really cool village. And it's right next to a forest area, and a little bit further you have some jungles. It's in a savanna biome. And you got all this water to work with. So for boat travel, it's going to be pretty easy. But if you come back to this little location right here, and you go down, you got a really cool cavern system, which, based on how flat that area is, and it's seemingly lining perfectly with this hole, you could end up making this a base or something, which is honestly really cool. And obviously it goes really deep, as you can see right here. So if you're looking for a really good cavern system right at spawn on top of the village, really close to spawn as well, this is a really good seed for you. This is a top tier village seed. Now, you're going to spawn in this little forest area right along this water right here, this little coastal area, and you have quite a few islands, 3 right there, line up right there. Really good for building. Got a shipwreck right there. But if you follow this water way over here, you have this little coastal village right by spawn. It's not too far away, and it kind of sticks out, so it would be a really good port village. And you come over here, you have a ruined portal. So another interesting feature that happens to be right in town. Kind of reminds me of Oblivion, but the fact that it's like right outside the town, which is pretty cool in my opinion. You got some cherry groves up on that hill over there nearby, and that's pretty much it for this seed, but really good top tier village with some nearby islands if you want to expand in that direction. So we have another top tier village seed right here. You're going to spawn in this little area by this frozen river with a decent amount of flat area to work with. But if you turn around, you're going to come across this snow village. It's a pretty good size. It's right next to the plains biome, or this little forest area right here. So you're not stuck in the middle of a snow area if you don't want to be. You can end up exploring in that direction, or you can go even further into the snow biome, heading off in that direction with some snow hills or mountains off in that direction. You also have a lot of flat area to work with in this snow biome if you want to expand or mess with the village or just be close to the village. So this is a really good snow village. Probably one of the better ones for flatland building. So you're going to spawn right in this plains biome. You got this large body of water right close to spawn. If you turn over here, you got this nice little hill. And if you come over here, you got a nice little flat area. Some more flat area over there if you want to build close to the first village on the seed, which is a failed island. You think they blocked the river off, and that's what I thought at first. Then it's like, oh, these guys just blocked the village or the river. But no, if you look, it just goes in a circle. That's a ravine. That's not actually a river. So yeah, it's just a failed island. Still pretty cool. But if we go over in this direction, we're going to have a nice plains biome for building in between the two villages. So if you wanted to either make a road or a base in between, or just maybe expand the villages, you can do so, as right over here is a very interesting river, or not river, yeah, I guess it could be a river village or a coastal village. You drop over here, you can see the water levels higher than this area, which doesn't really matter because it's not really part of the village. But if you come over here, same thing right here. You know, you just break apart this or just grab some buckets of water and you could turn this into a flooded village real easy. So, and the elevation's already there for it, which is kind of cool. And where is it? Ah, there we go. You have 2 lava lakes right by village. So if you wanted to make another portal, you can. But honestly, really cool village. You got the large body of water right there. So if you want to get on a boat and go explore, you can do so. And that's pretty much it for the seed. This seed is pretty interesting. It's one of the more interesting village seeds. You have this spawn right here, lava lake down there with a little bowl, a shipwreck off in the distance with a little island nearby it. But if we turn around, you're going to see a little village. And this little village stands out. It's just a simple glance. You can see that it's just a small little village in a plains biome on a hill. Pretty awesome if you enjoy that. But if we come over to this house in particular, you will notice something a little strange. Yes, this is in fact a ruined portal area with a little chest right outside of it. And if we go over here inside and look up, yep, that's part of the ruined portal that didn't get fully developed, as you can see here, which honestly, I kind of like this. This is honestly, it's very interesting to say the least. I just really like that. So yeah, pretty cool little village seed. You also have some cherry grows over off in the distance with some more flatland area on right by that little lake right there. So, and for those wondering, that's what that underground area looks like, in case you're thinking it's a ravine or something. Anyway, hope you enjoy the seed.